It's like pretty easy to pick up. Yeah, you're pretty competitive.
Everybody can play.
Tyler Minton and his wife Clarissa are new to pickleball.
I always say it's like a giant, like a life-size ping pong.
It's definitely easier than tennis.
We met them as they played at Phoenix's Encanto Park. Over the last couple of years, the city has tried to meet the growing demand for pickleball. They've converted tennis courts at 2 parks. Another is in the works. Scottsdale says it's also changed over courts at 3 parks. But in private communities, those changes are more complicated.
Painful. It has completely changed my life.
Very distracting, the high-pitched sounds.
Debbie Nagel and her partner Michael Kuklinka sharing these recordings from their backyard.
I no longer can enjoy my backyard or open my windows.
The North Scottsdale homeowners tell us their HOA, the Stonegate Community Association, didn't consult them when they converted a nearby tennis court into 2 pickleball courts.
They did not do a sound study prior to putting that pickleball court in.
Lance Willis with S&W Acoustics and Noise Control sees it all the time. He's called in to do noise mitigation studies.
It's intrusive. It has a high onset rate, which is similar to other impact type sounds. The thing that people complain about is the popping sound of the paddle when the ball hits the paddle.
There's just a lot more people that can play at one time. In a conversion, a tennis court is turned into 2 pickleball courts. Upwards of 8 people can play at one time. That too adds to the noise. Willis advises against changeovers. He's usually called in once they've been done and neighbors complain.
So this is a sound level meter.
He showed us what a study like this involves. He sets up at the impacted homeowner's property line to capture the sound.
We need to separate the paddle impacts from the background noise level.
He uses the data to develop a noise abatement plan. It comes down to putting something between the court and the homeowner, often in the form of a wall. But Willis admits it doesn't always fix the problem.
Pickleball really is different, and it needs to be planned for differently than other sports.
He advises courts be at least 150 feet from homes. Nagel's is just 65 feet. Stonegate confirms it called in a noise expert recently. They recommended building 2 12-foot walls at a cost of $140,000. Neighbors voted it down.
I think the HOAs are trying to make everybody happy.
The last resort is suing. Attorney Robert Ducharme, who's based in New Hampshire, has handled several of these cases.
So it's a new noise, and people aren't used to it, and they're not sure how to handle it yet.
Ducharme explains that in private communities, HOA boards control the common areas.
The courts have routinely said as long as they're not doing something blatantly illegal, they can do anything they want.
Do they have any ground to really stand on?
I haven't seen anybody win one yet, and I would be surprised if they did.
In a statement, Stonegate tells Arizona's Family Investigates the association takes all resident concerns seriously and several months ago took the step of limiting the pickleball court's hours of use in order to address the noise complaints.
It's a great sport, I'm sure, and my problem isn't really with them.
So what would you like to see happen?
Ideally, to have the courts removed.
That was a good volley.